Welcome to Learning TypeScript course section 4, creating TypeScript application. We are finally in the last section in which we are gonna use features that we have learned previously, like types, arrow functions, and more. In this section at the beginning, I will show you the simple to-do MVC app that we are going to create. We'll bootstrap the project and install required dependencies. Next, we will learn what is a webpack and we will set up basic configuration file. Going further, we'll add tests that will fail. In the first section, we'll fix tests which will pass and implement the rest of the application logic. At the end, I will summarize the entire course and project that we have created. So in this video, first I will show you the project to-do MVC app. Then we will create project structure and install required dependencies. To-do MVC app. Our goal in this section is to create a simple MVC to-do app. As you can see on the screen, we have an input where we can add some stuff to do. For example, we can add learn React. And by pressing enter or clicking on the button, we'll add a to-do list. A to-do contains a state like completed. Once we have learned React, we can check that to-do as completed or just delete. Awesome. So now we can bootstrap our application. Let's go to the code editor and first create a folder, a root to-do MVC. In that folder, create 3 directories, dist, where we'll put all build files, JavaScript files, src, where we'll put our source files like TypeScript files and so on, and test for unit testing. I've already created an index.html, but remember that all files and examples are attached to the course, so you can easily find it. In index.html, and I defined a couple of things. First of all, I've included external styles, bootstrap for styles from the CDN. We will not include styles in this project and webpack. And there I've created a very simple HTML structure with h1 tag, which is a header, a container where I put an input and button with ID at to do. And also there is a container for to-dos with ID to-dos. Now open your command line to install required dependencies. Using npm, we can first initialize our project by typing npm init and press enter. Our package name we can leave to to-do MVC, version 1.0.0. Description could be a to-do MVC app. We can leave entry point, test command, git repository, and keywords could be to-do, MVC, and TypeScript. Author, I will write my name, and we can skip the license. Is that okay? Yes. So now we created a package.json where we will put all the dependencies. So our main dependency is TypeScript. So let's write npm install, by shorthand is just I, TypeScript --save. Then we have to install dev dependencies like webpack, CLI, which I will explain later in the course. For testing, we can install assert, chai, mocha webpack, and also TS loader, which I'm gonna describe to you later in the course. And also we have to install typings. And typings is the simple way to manage and install TypeScript definitions. Okay, so add --save def and press enter. Now, because in Mocha typings are not yet available, we have to install through typings. So just type typings install dt and Mocha --global and press enter. Okay, so the last thing we are going to do is create a tsconfig file. So create a file called tsconfig.json and press enter. And in that file we can provide a bunch of options. For example, if you want to have a source map, in this file we have to define, of course, an object with compiler options, and there we have to set source map to true. You can read more about it in the official TypeScript documentation. Okay, so in this video we have started working with our application by initializing new project from scratch and installing dependencies.